Hello, I'm AZ and this is the 7th Reflections episode. In His loving providence, God has led us here to a place where most people resort to find time for simple recreation, retreat, and rest. Surrounded with both avenues for serenity and gaiety, this place seemed to be a temporal haven for people who are in quest and in search for avenues to find the natural heart's desire to find happiness and completeness. Looking around us, multitudes have been craving for something which they have not. Many even spend their money to buy that which is not bread, and even labor for that which satisfies not. This contemplation led me to be reminded to one of my favorite passages in a beloved book, which says that in the hearts of all mankind, in whatever race or station in life, there are inexpressible desires of the human heart. This desire is implanted in the very constitution of man by a merciful God, that man may not be satisfied by his present conditions, whether it be bad or good or better. God desires that the human shall seek the best and find it to the eternal blessing of his soul. But Satan, in his wily scheme and craft, has perverted this longing of the human heart. He makes men believe that the human can be satisfied by fame, by power, by wealth, by ease. But those who have been thus deceived by him have found these things pall upon the sense, and leaving the soul even as barren as before. It is God's design that this longing of the human heart may lead to the one who alone is able to satisfy it. The desire is of Him that it may lead to Him the fullness and fulfillment of that desire. That fullness is found in Jesus Christ, the Son of the eternal God. This proves to us that there is no joy apart from Christ's joys, that all man's quest for happiness without Christ will be proved to be ashes and a disappointment. Thus, I have realized that the true joy, the genuine joy and completeness of life is found only in God and in Christ, having formed within the hope of glory. And if Christ abides in our hearts by faith, we will find our life to be full of praise, of joy, and of glory. And it is God's desire and my prayer that as we will ask the Lord to show us the path of life, we will find that in His presence is fullness of joy, and in His right hand are pleasures forevermore. It is in God that we can rejoice with unspeakable joy and full of glory. It is having Him and it is with Him that we can have heaven in our hearts and peace in our soul. Having God's boundless grace and ever-pursuing love in view, may we delight in Him, and He shall give us the desires of our hearts. And we will find that God-shaped hole in our hearts, only God and Christ alone can fill, making God and Christ our first, our best, our last, and always we can be the happiest people in the world, finding ourselves complete in Him by having an experiential knowledge of our only true God and Jesus Christ whom He had sent. It is my prayer that may we taste and see that the Lord is good and that indeed we are complete in Him.